Welcome to Student Connections, where our students connect with their community.
Hello, and welcome to Student Connections on M6, your hometown station. Our students have been busy interviewing guests from our schools and the community. I'm your host, Craig Hof, and today we'll get started with Mrs. Karen Curley, principal of Gardens Elementary School.
Blake Sauer here with the principal of Gardens Elementary School, Mrs. Curley. Thanks for joining us, Mrs. Curley.
You're welcome.
So our first question is, what inspired you to go into education?
Well, I am the oldest of 3 children, and I've always had responsibility of taking care of my younger siblings. Always developed a love for children, babysat a lot, and mostly I went into special education to start my career because I had a cousin that was born with Down syndrome, and he really truly was my inspiration.
Well, that's a great story there. And what is your favorite thing about Gardens Elementary?
Gardens is just a wonderful school with a sense of community. We have great students, we have great parents, we have great staff. We all work together, we have common goals. I just really enjoy being there each and every day.
That's good. And academically, how did the MEP scores turn out this year?
Well, last year, we haven't received our MEP scores this year because we just finished our MEP testing at the end of October, but last year we have always done very well. Gardens School has been way above the state average for the scores, and we've been among the highest in the county for our scores. We're very fortunate. Our students work very hard, and so do our parents and our staff.
Well, that's really great to hear about the scores being so high.
Yeah.
And does Gardens have any academic support programs?
We do. We have an instructional tutoring program that takes place in the morning, and we also have one at lunch. We've had programs such as an after-school program that usually takes place in the winter months. We've had a summer school program. We have intervention block that is a kindergarten through 5th grade program. It's 30 to 45 minutes, and what it does is provide some differential teaching that can take place to better meet each student's individual needs. And that's done daily.
Yeah, I think it's crucial for elementary schools to have those kind of programs. What kind of results have you been seeing from these programs?
Well, we feel as though our students' academic success is what shows us that our support is working. We are very data-driven. We look at our data ongoing. We make changes if students seem to not be getting the concepts that are important to build those fundamental skills. And I think our MEP scores also really help support that these programs are working.
You know, that's really great to hear that, the programs are just doing so well. Mm-hmm. And since the programs are doing so well promoting student grades, are there any student award programs that also promote grades?
We do. The only grade level that does consistently give grades on report cards is 5th grade. So we have offered a type of honor roll after each marking period for our 5th grade. But mostly what we've done is we really feel that it's important to promote a positive environment throughout the school day. So with our positive behavior support program, we provide just kind of incentives throughout the week to promote those type of awards. We have a Caught Being Good slips that are given by the staff to students. At the end of each week, one student from each classroom gets to bring their slip down to the office, and they get to pick from our prize bin. We also have a dessert with the principal once a month, and those are the students that have come down to the office with their slips, and we randomly draw, and we pick 2 from each grade level for that as well.
How are the students selected for the individual classroom behavioral awards? They
usually are caught being good, and what that really means is being respectful, being responsible, and mostly being positive. And so we ask our students to look at those different areas of being respectful and responsible and positive throughout our building. What does that look like for assemblies? What does that look like in the hallway? What does that look like when we are actually in our library, having our library program? What's it look like at dismissal and arrival? Those are posted throughout our building, and we're reinforcing those, and therefore when our students are caught following these expectations and going above and beyond, they're awarded a little caught being good ticket.
That's really great to hear. It must be really exciting for students to have some more motivation to, be respectful and behave well.
We really believe that behavior is an important piece of promoting your academic success. When you have students that are respectful and responsible at all times, it really does promote positive academic success.
Now onto a different type of initiative. How does Gardens promote recycling?
Well, Gardens is actually a Michigan Green School. We applied for that about 2 years ago. We are now at the Emerald level status. So we've been recognized by the state of Michigan. We have to meet certain guidelines each year to maintain that status. We do recycling throughout our building. We have paper recycling. We have batteries and ink cartridges for recycling. We recycle in our lunchroom with the juice boxes, with cookie and chip wrappers, all kinds of things like that.
That's really great to be recycling. How does Gardens help around the community, just more general stuff?
Well, we, of course, through our Go Green Club, which is our recycling, we feel as though that does promote that concept of making our world a better place, and that is an important incentive that we work toward. We also have a gardening committee that works at Garden School in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. And that promotes just the aesthetics of our grounds. We have a courtyard, it's very beautiful. And just replanting, teaching the concept of taking care of earth by planting the plants and trees and things like that for our oxygen. And then, of course, we do different programs to help with charity issues. We have our 5th grade participated in the roof sit this year. We collected money for that. We have participated in Make a Difference Day in October for 2 years in a row. And this past year, we targeted our brand new food pantry in Marysville. We collected over 1,053 pieces of food in one day to help with that program. Our student council is very big into helping with Salvation Army food collection at Christmas. We also have Toys for Tots. We do Pennies for Patients in March, and we do a program where we make snuggly blankets for the pediatric patients in Port Huron Hospital.
Well, that all sounds really impressive and helpful. And every elementary school has a parent group. How does the parent group at Gardens work?
Our parent group is very involved at Garden School. They do fundraising, which helps with supplementing our programs at Garden School. They help classroom magazine subscriptions, assemblies, field trips, any type of instructional requests that teachers may ask of the PTO. They really try to step right in and help financially. This is tough times, and they recognize that, and they want every opportunity for their children, and if they can help in any way, they do that. They also, besides doing the fundraising and providing that, they provide just fun activities for our kids as well. They have Cookies with Santa in December. They do a luau in January. They have a carnival in March, and they do Field Day in June. And those are just a few of the activities they do. We have a very strong parent organization at our building, and we're very fortunate for our PTO, and our students and staff recognize that.
Now, I know you alluded to some of these holiday activities, but what are the other holiday activities that are planned throughout the year?
Mainly, we always, I'm sure when you were in school, we always have the traditional holiday parties in the classrooms. We do those at Christmas and Halloween and at Valentine's Day. We did a Veterans Day with our 5th grade this year. They invited veterans in, so we did a Veterans Day program. We celebrate the holidays, but we also focus on instruction and make sure that it's well integrated in our instruction.
So the staff probably plays a big part in that integration. How do they get involved in the school's activities?
Well, they get involved in the general planning and incorporating some of those important holidays and things that come up throughout the school year within their instructions, so we have time on task. But more importantly, they really are intricate in some of our other activities. They are the sponsors of Gardening Club. They are the sponsors of our Go Green Recycle Club, which is a 5th grade. They are also, 2 of our teachers did a math and science club this year, which they applied for a grant and received this grant, and they run that every other Tuesday, which is a 1st through 5th grade program. That's our staff is, they plan our March is Reading Month, which is really a big time in March to promote the reading. Even though we promote reading all year round, that's kind of one of those culminating activities is March for Reading Month.
Yeah, reading is always good to promote for young children. How do you like the recent additions to the school?
Well, since Garden School, I started at Garden School almost 25 years ago, and there's been a lot of changes at Garden School since I began. Probably the most significant change has been the most recent, which is the addition of the MultiPurpose Room. The MultiPurpose Room serves as our school cafeteria. It also serves as our performance area where our stage is. So our assemblies are all in there. Our band performances are in there. So that's been a wonderful addition. It's a beautiful building. The room is just gorgeous with lighting. The kids really like it. It's a much more positive environment for the kids to eat in. We love our gym and we like it for our physical ed program, but we didn't necessarily enjoy it for our lunch program. So it's really nice to have the MultiPurpose Room.
Yeah, it sounds really useful to have a room like that.
Very much.
What is your favorite part about Gardens Elementary School?
My favorite part would just be, well, it's the whole reason why I went into education, and it would have to be the students. They smile and brighten my day each and every day. They are always asking me how I'm doing, and I'm greeting them back, and it just reminds me each and every day that I'm very fortunate to work in a building that I do work in, and that I'm surrounded by students that love being at Garden School.
Yeah, that's great to hear. You know, you got to be devoted to your career. Is there anything else about gardens that you would like to share with the community?
Well, I will share that this year we were very fortunate. We had one of our parents that works for the Pizza Hut Corporation was having, the Pizza Hut Corporation was having a special promotion where you could nominate your school to be part of a free 500 book giveaway. And our parent, Mr. James DeSnyder, nominated Garden School. He wrote a very nice essay about our commitment to reading and promoting reading, and just everything the staff does to encourage students to be successful. And we won. And so we have 500 books that were donated just this past Tuesday night that we will be looking at how we can best meet our student needs with those books. Very appreciative of Mr. DeSnyder and very appreciative of the Pizza Hut Corporation.
Yeah, that's really great to hear. Well, thanks. That's it for today, but thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you very much.
We'll be back with more after this.